I was 13th ranked in the IIT entrance exam. 1-3. Any other place, any other college, any education may give you a job. The army will give you a life.
Hi everyone, Jai Hind, Jai Bharat, Jai Mata Di. Welcome to my YouTube channel Merchant Navy Decoded. This is another video where we are comparing Merchant Navy with another profession. So let's just start. The video is on Merchant Navy versus NDA. And in the end, definitely you will have my opinion as well. Let's just start without wasting any time. First of all, about the entrance test. So if you have to join Merchant Navy, if you are a class 12 pass out, you have to give a IMUCET exam, in which the eligibility criteria will be discussed later. But how many people give the exam? In 2017, around 22,500 people give the exam. That is the stats we have exactly from their website. But in 2022, I am assuming around 40,000 people gave the exam. So not more than that. So that is the strength that is giving the exam. Selected 995 were selected in the Indian Maritime University campus and 4,000 more were selected in other different colleges. So out of 22,500, around 5,000 were already selected. So you can understand what was the percentage. So let's just calculate the percentage as well. Around 5,000 divided by 22,500 into 100. Cut 9, 200. So it comes to 2s are 18, 2s are 18, around 22%. Out here, just comparing, 6 lakh people appear in the NDA exam. I am assuming after the girls have joined, it will be more than that, for sure. Just around 400 are selected. So around out of 6 lakh, around 10,000 are selected in the written exam. Then those 10,000 go for the service selection board, that is SSB, which is more tough. And out of that, around 500 selected. Then in medicals are very stringent out over here. A few fail over there. And then a final merit list is prepared. So just calculate out here. 400 divided by 6 lakh into 100. Tick, 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 tick. 1 upon 15. So it comes to 15. 1.00 around 0.07%. So this is the result. So on one side we have NDA with 0.07 selection percentage ratio, and over here it is around 22%. Though the problem is that how many are getting into the good college, that also matters. So anyways, the exam is conducted twice a year. The exam is conducted in June and December. The exam is conducted in April and September. The paper over here, the written paper there are two papers. One is of mathematics and the other paper is of general aptitude, where English, general studies, which consists of GK, history, politics, polity, I would say, and geography, and along with the general science, which includes physics, chemistry, bio, also comes. So there are two papers. Copy it. And out here you have just one paper online, and over here there's physics, chemistry, maths, aptitude, GK. All these are over here. If you ask me, the level of this examination is much higher than the level of this examination. The maths, I would say, is tougher, equivalent to that of IIT mains level, not advanced but mains level. So it is very tough. If you do not clear the cutoff of mathematics, you are immediately rejected. Your other paper will not be checked. Not just that, if you have cleared this thing, you go for SSB, Service Selection Board. Your psychology, your communication skills, your interviewing skills, your physical fitness, everything is tested. I myself have failed the SSB conference out 3 times, twice from Allahabad and once from Banaras, just putting it across. When it comes to Merchant Navy, the selection criteria, whether it is psychometric test or whether it is medicals, are less stringent as compared to the medical standards for NDA. Let's move ahead. What is the eligibility criteria for IMUCET? Only science background, PCM minimum 60%. Though if you want to get into a good shipping company, good college, minimum percentage should be at least 70 or 75. English percentage minimum is 50% either in 10th or in 12th. Age limit is 17 to 25. But many good shipping companies do not prefer candidates of a higher age. That becomes a challenge. Physical standard is less, but a medical test is conducted and a psychometric test is also conducted. If you are interested, you can watch the other videos for that. NDA mein, you can go from all the backgrounds, not necessary that you have to be from science background or you have to be from a commerce background, all the backgrounds. But yes, if you have PCM, then you can go for Indian Air Force, you can go for Indian Navy. If you have commerce background, then you can only go for Indian Army. If you have no maths, then definitely clearing NDA will be next to impossible, because maths is a very high level and the age limit is also very less, 16.5 to 19.5. I have not seen many people after class 12 being able to give more than 2 attempts. So that is the challenge. Physical standards required are very high. So that is what you have to be sure about. Similarities in Merchant Navy and NDA. Staying away from family. Yes, in Merchant Navy you stay away from family. In NDA you become an officer, you stay away from family. Next similarity, hardships and tough life. Yes, in Merchant Navy staying away from family, working in hazardous environment, it is tough. Working at 50 degrees centigrade temperature, working at minus 25 degrees centigrade temperature, it is tough, but you do that. Army, you know, staying in Siachen, working over there, minus 50 degrees centigrade temperature, still being ready to fight the war, it's not easy. Comparing, still I would say this is tougher than the Merchant Navy. Again, but still if I have to compare, punctuality and discipline is more in defense than Merchant Navy. But yes, in Merchant Navy over a period of time we learn to become punctual, because we are in a situation where 20 people are working on a ship which is far away from land. Without punctuality and discipline does not work over there. Food and lodging is free during service. So either when you are working on ship or you are working in Indian Army, Navy, Air Force, food and lodging is free. Yes, both in Merchant Navy or in NDA, if you have to get promotions, you have to clear exams. So you have to clear exams, you have to study, and then only you get promotions. Similarity in both. Need to have good communication skills. As a Merchant Navy officer, as a captain, as a chief engineer, chief officer, even at junior ranks, you need to have good communication skills. Similarly, in Indian Army, Indian Navy, Indian Air Force as well. Right? You meet delegates from different countries, you represent your country. Your communication skills have to be impeccable. Differences between Merchant Navy and NDA. Let's just start. Salary is more in Merchant Navy. Definitely, I'll show you the chart as well. Generally, in India, I would say maximum people that I've seen joining Merchant Navy is for money. Like even I joined because I saw that in Merchant Navy there is a lot of money involved. Easy to get a job. When I'm comparing it to NDA, yes, getting a job in Merchant Navy is easy. On the other hand, in NDA, salary is less as compared to Merchant Navy, though it is not that less. I'll show you later. People join here not for money, they join here for pride. They join here, yes, for security as well. And it is very difficult to get a job over here. Out of 6 lakh people, only 400 get a job every 6 months. You can understand how difficult it is. Over here in Merchant Navy, as compared to NDA, not like that, I'm comparing. It is easier to get promotions, and promotions are fast. Within a span of 8 to 14 years, depending on the kind of shipping company you're sailing with, the kind of ships you're sailing with, you can become a captain, but not in case of Army. I'll show you later. Or Indian Air Force, Indian Navy. Tough to get to the topmost position because there are a lot of officers down below, but only one becomes the leader at the top. Out here in Merchant Navy, every ship has got a captain and a chief engineer. Your chance of becoming the topmost captain and chief here are much more high as compared to ND over here. The promotions are slow because it's like this. Let me show you later. So out here in Merchant Navy, you can change your company, you can ask questions. Why, captain, are you doing this? As a chief, you can ask your chief, as a chief, I'm not comfortable, I think you're doing wrong. Problem in home, and you can choose to stay at home, or you can say, company, I won't join, or you can tell them, I want to get off. But out here in defense, no questions asked. Need to follow orders. No excuses. Country comes first. So I think this says it all. Merchant Navy, out here you can see, you become a deck cadet or engine cadet earning a salary of $350 to $750, then becoming a third officer, a fourth engineer, then becoming a second officer, a third engineer, then becoming a chief officer, a second engineer, then becoming a captain or a chief engineer. Your salary can start from $350 to $750, but when you become a captain or a chief engineer, your salary can be up to $8,000, $10,000. If you're on a bulk carrier, on a tanker it can be from $9,000 to $14,000. If you're an LNG carrier, it can go up to $18,000 as well. So in 18 to 14 years, you become a captain and a chief engineer. And most importantly, I would say one thing, that out here in Merchant Navy, sorry to say, it is not like this. The graph is like this, because every ship has a chief engineer, every ship has a captain. It is not a pyramid in merchant navy. It is like this. So your chance of succeeding are very, very high. We say jokingly that if you become a cadet, you will become a captain if you keep sailing. Just be a bit punctual, diligent and serious. Well, coming to army, I'm just taking an example of army. You become a lieutenant, then a captain, then a major, then a lieutenant colonel, then a colonel, then a brigadier, then a major general, then lieutenant general, then general, and only 2 people have become field marshal till date. So as a lieutenant, you earn from $56,100 to $1,77,500, depends upon the bonuses that you get after commissioning. As a captain, your salary is between $61,300 to $1,93,900. That is after 2 years, and you are giving exams. As a major, your salary is 69,400 rupees to 2,07,200 rupees after 6 years. As a lieutenant colonel, after 13 years, your salary is between 1,21,200 to 2,12,400 rupees. When you become a colonel, your salary is between 1,30,600 to 2,17,600. Generally, you might have seen many people becoming a lieutenant colonel and a colonel, because after this becomes steeper. As a brigadier, your salary becomes 1,39,600 to 2,17,600. Then you become a major general, your salary becomes 1,44,200 to 2,18,200. Then a lieutenant general, your salary becomes from 2,05,400 to 22,24,400. As a general, your salary is around 2,50,000. So you have seen the salaries, you have seen how steep the curve becomes. It is not easy to reach the top out here. Very, very few do that. So the best comes over here or over here. Let's move forward. Now, after becoming a chief engineer captain, no more exams. Over here, you have lifelong exams in one parameter or the other. Lifelong exams. Those exams cannot be just written exams. They can be doing a particular courses, doing a lot of courses, and XYZ. So it's a continuous improvement out here. Then merchant navy is a private job. NDA gets you to government job. In merchant navy, as compared to NDA, I'm saying respect is less. In NDA, if you become an officer, a defense person, you get more respect. There is less brotherhood I have seen in merchant navy as compared to NDA, where the brotherhood is much more. Now, when I'm saying this, I'm comparing these two fields. Else, merchant navy definitely has a great brotherhood, but yes, when comparing, it is definitely less. Privileges that you get in merchant navy, it is our self-funded insurance. Like most of the mariners, they get their own term insurance, because the shipping companies, the insurance that they cover is while we are working on ship, or maybe for a certain period after we sign off from ship, say 1 year, 1 month or 2 months, but not continually. So self-funded insurance. Similarly, self-funded medical insurance as well. So when we are working on ship, if something happens to us, yes, the medical insurance is covered. But what if when we are on land for 6 months or 7 months? If something happens then? So self-funded medical insurance is there. No provident fund for us. On the other hand, in NDA, after becoming an officer, your insurance, your medical facilities, not just you, your wife, your children, your parents, that is covered. You get pension after you retire and a provident fund as well. Sacrifice. Out here, there is no comparison. An officer will sacrifice his life for the country. Yes, even we as a merchant navy guy do a lot for the country, getting the forex, taking care of the shipping part, but undoubtedly there is no comparison over here. These are the few dignitaries, I would say, those who hold the Paramveer Chakra, right? The highest gallantry award that the country could give. Major Somnath Sharma, Nayak Jadunath Singh, Second Lieutenant Rama Raghuba, Company Havaldar Major Piru Singh, Lance Nayak Karam Singh, Captain Gurbachan Singh Salaria, Major Dhan Singh Thapa, Subedar Joginder Singh, Major Shaitan Singh, Lieutenant Colonel A.B. Tarapore, Company Quartermaster Havaldar Abdul Hamid, Lance Nayak Alba Tikka, Flying Officer Nirmaljeet Singh Sekon, Second Lieutenant Arun Khetarpal, Major Hoshiar Singh, Naib Subedar Bana Singh, Major Ramaswamy Parmeswaram, Captain Vikram Batra, Lieutenant Manoj Kumar Pandey, Grenadier Yogendra Singh Yadav, Rifleman Sanjay Kumar. I still remember when I was very small, we used to watch a serial called Paramveer Chakra. And that time, when I used to watch that serial, I was very small, but मेरे रोंगटे खड़े हो जाते थे यार. Even while watching this movie on Captain Vikram Batra, that just gave me a feeling that how proud his parents must have been. So nothing compared to this. If after joining NDA, if you can become such a role model for the whole country, not just me, but the whole country salutes you, respects you, and even your future generations. There is no comparison out here. So after joining NDA, you get a chance to be somewhere over here, to become that person who gets a Paramveer Chakra. Lastly, if we ask me which is better, who am I to judge? Let us ask Lieutenant General Arun Kumar Sani. He was IIT All India Rank 3 and then he chose to NDA. Let us hear from his own words.
My motivation, I was 13th ranked in the IIT entrance exam, won 3. I left IIT Chennai and joined the National Defence Academy. 39 years now I've been in the army. I've been shot and wounded. I have lived a full life. Any other place, any other college, any education may give you a job. The army will give you a life. You can make the choice.